What's good, YouTube? Quinn Wade basketball analysis coming to you with a quick video on the Phoenix Suns. This is a team that has a lot of hype because of the draft, because of Bledsoe, because Devin Booker has got better every single season, and he might put on a most improved player season this year because at the end of his rookie year, he was putting in that work. He had a huge increase. This year, he was able to average over 20 points for the first time in his career, and he only is 20 years old. And on top of that, then you have Eric Bledsoe, a guy that just can't stay healthy. It was worth trading for him because you get a quality point guard, and he's young, and he can play good enough defense, especially for the point guard position. He has an athletic ability. You can't be mad at the Suns for wanting a player like Bledsoe because we all want a player like that. And he has improved on his playmaking. He has improved on his three-point shot. He has gotten better in general. So at the end of the day, I'm looking like, wow. This team actually has potential. And not only that, they have drafted a power forward at the age of 18, but now he's 19, a 7'1" power forward, and Dragan Bender, who actually showed that he had a solid season. Not the best season, but it was solid because he didn't really get the minutes, and we really don't know how good he is. But he got 13 minutes last year. He showed some flashes, and we'll see. He's only 19. He's going to turn 20 this year, and hopefully he can get some minutes so we can see how he develop. But we done seen how he played in Summer League. He has a ways to go. He can be a solid rim protector. He can be a good pick and pop player like Dirk, and he can stretch it out to the three. And he actually got a little bit of length and size, so it's easier for him to score in the paint. And he is 225. He needs to continue to bulk up and get around 240, but that'll come. Like this team is not built to win right now. They're built for the future. And Eric Bledsoe, he's 27. He's probably the oldest piece of this puzzle because Marquise Chris is only 20. Like I said, Bender is 19. Devin Booker is 20. You still have Brandon Knight. He's only 25. Alex Len, who was supposed to be their starting center but haven't really panned out, and he was a lottery pick. He's 7'1", but he's only 24. Taylor Ulis is only 21. TJ Warren, 25. Allen Williams, 24. So this team is really, really young. Jared Dudley and Tyson Chandler is only 34. He's not even that old. And him and Ronnie Price are the oldest players on the team, and they're only mid-30s. This team is very, very young. And the thing about it is it's going to be hard to teach this team how to win basketball games when they don't really have the veterans showing them how to win games, helping them through those moments. But they're going to have to learn that with play-in time, and that's what I was saying about Bender. The only way this team is going to grow, the only way this team is going to get better is that they have to do it in practice and do it on the court. Just like the Minnesota Timberwolves, a lot of the times they blew big leads. A lot of the times they blew leads in the fourth quarter because they just didn't know how to close games. And with that being said, the Phoenix Suns are going to continue to have that problem as long as they haven't been in those situations enough. And they've been getting there, but they've been adding more players, and then you got to build that trust and that chemistry all over again. And then you have to pay these players. Devin Booker is on a rookie contract, but eventually they're going to have to pay him. Dragan Bender, they're going to have to pay him. If they want to keep Chris, they're going to have to pay him. They still haven't even paid Alex Len yet. If they want to keep him, it's a lot of salary cap that's taken up now. It's not too many teams that can really pay Alex Len a lot of money because most of them maxed out that cap or is close to maxing out. And Alex Len haven't even got an offer sheet. So he might be either taking a pay cut or he might have to opt in and become opt into his contract and become a unrestricted free agent next year. But I like Eric Bledsoe. I do like Devin Booker, and he has developed into one of the premier shooting guards in the league. His ability to shoot the spot-up jumper, to be able to shoot with little space, to be able to shoot difficult shots, to be able to shoot and get to the paint and get out in transition and knock down free throws. He does need to continue to improve as a playmaker, especially as a pick and roll player, because this is a pick and roll league. So with that being said, he does have to continue to do that. And Eric Bledsoe, he just has to stay healthy. He's putting up solid numbers. He's still young, but he just can't stay healthy. He averaged 21.6 assists, but he only played 66 games. And he averaged almost 5 rebounds a game. And he actually improved to be a little less than average 3-point shooter. And he still can get to the paint at will. And he's improving it with his mid-range jumper too. It's not where you want it to be, but since he never really played that many games, you have to take the good with the bad. So I like the Phoenix Suns roster. I like what they're doing. I like that they can play different positions. They have players like Bender that can play the 4 or the 5. TJ Warren can play the 3 or the 4 as a stretch floor. And same with Allen Williams. They can go big with Brooke Bender and Alex Len, or Bender and Tyson Chandler, because Bender can shoot. And I like the roster. I think they're going in the right direction. I picked Brandon Knight last year to go for 6th man of the year, but he didn't end up having a 6-man season like I thought. But he's a guy that can give you double-digit points, 3 to 4 to 5 assists off the bench, and still scoring double figures. But he struggled with this shot last year, and he just couldn't stay on the court because of injuries. He was a solid 3-point shooter at one point. He struggled to knock down threes last year because he was out of rhythm, coming off the bench and having to deal with injuries. So hopefully Brandon Knight can come back and have a solid season next year. He can get to the paint. He can shoot the mid-range. He can come off screens. He can play in the pick and roll, and he can create his own shot, whether it's in somebody's face or just creating his own shot and helping somebody else get their shot. So they have the talent. They have a solid bench. They have a lot of youth. They have a lot of developing to do, and they have to continue to stay positive, stay together, because this is a young team. Like I said, they can get their moral down. They can get discouraged, and you don't want that to happen to a young team. You want them to play with confidence and learn from their mistakes. Even though you have to be hard on them, because the goal in the NBA is to win games, you still have to consider that this team is young and they don't really have that much veterans on the roster, just like the Wolves was 2 years ago and last year. So comment, like, subscribe, and share. I don't have the Phoenix Suns making the playoffs. I do think they should continue to stock up on lottery picks and try to build the team through there. I know that they do have the rookie Josh Jackson. I'll talk about him for a little bit. He is signed to a long-term contract. He is 6'8". They did need a small forward that was young that they can build around. They obviously have players that is small forwards, but he's 205. He needs to get his weight up. He's not going to be strong enough. KD and LeBron them all way over 220. And he is athletic. He does play with a lot of hustle, a lot of energy. He can crash the boards. He can make impacts offensively and defensively. He can get out in transition and run. He's not a good free throw shooter. He's not a consistent 3-point shooter. And if anything, you should want him to be a 3 and a D guy with players like Brandon Knight, with players like Eric Bledsoe that need the ball in their hands, and Devin Booker is a guy that can make plays and play the pick and roll and score the basketball, whether he has the ball in his hand or shooting spot up threes or coming off screens. So you need Josh Jackson to be that glue guy, the guy that does all the dirty work, gets all the rebounds, gets all the steals, and fill up the stat sheet, and doesn't really need the ball, so you can play with Brandon Knight and Bledsoe and Booker. And sometimes you can throw him at the power forward position when he gets the more weight and the more girth and the more strength. You can start moving them around to different positions and start playing around with a lot of different lineups. And you can start going small, because Bender is 7'1", and he is athletic and he can space out the floor. That can be very scary if Bender can get consistent with his shot and get confident And if Josh Jackson can learn how to shoot, they can put out some scary lineups in the future. But I'm talking 2 to 3 years down the road. But I like who they drafted. I like the pickups that they made. I like the trades that they made. And now they just have to stay healthy, learn how to play with each other, and learn how to win, lose, and go through hell and back and go to war with each other and become a brotherhood. And once they do that, it'll equal out to wins in the future. Let me know what you guys think. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. Check out my website, analysisplayground.com. The link will be in the description in the comment section below. Also, check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. The link will be in the description in the comment section below. All you gotta do is click the link, hit the like button on Facebook just to show support. That's all I'm asking you guys to do. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis signing out. And let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about the Phoenix Suns.